What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you've had an amazing soul exchange, and hopefully you've managed to make the right choice in the soul exchange and haven't fed away too many of your great heroes, because version 72 is coming out. In fact, it's been released today, and it is pretty mega. There are some insane changes that are happening in version 72. So I want to go over a few of them with you guys today. This has been posted up in the forum, so you're more than welcome to go and have a read over it. But big news happening. The visiting outfitter is coming. Black Friday is coming. And we have a brand new hero with an eagle on her hand coming from somewhere. We don't know where yet, but she's coming too. So let's have a look over the notes and see what Empires and Puzzles staff are doing. Normally, in fact, not too long ago, reading these updates was like pulling teeth. But now, over the last couple of updates, it's actually been a bit nicer, a bit more fluffy. A few more quality of life improvements, which is really what we like to see in the game. So long may that continue. So, first of all, as far as quality of life goes, the Raid Brawl is coming back. From November the 19th, we're going to have a Raid Brawl again. I must say, I did enjoy the Raid Brawl, just to be able to have a chest to work towards as part of your raids, and you can still play the tournament at the same time. And the kind of advantages that they had made it so that I was cup dropping every single day, and it felt like, a bit of a revival to the way that raids actually were. So I really like the Raid Brawl. This new one that's going to be starting on the 19th, we're going to have a new rule where the slow heroes are going to get buffs. So they're not going to it's not going to be like a rush tournament format, but heroes with a slow mana speed receive boosts to their attack, defense, and an extra chance to resist mana reductions and defense ailments. So not a huge change around. I'm assuming we will still see the extra power there, but it's going to give you an excuse to sort of field your slow speed heroes, I believe, both on attack and defense. But you know what? The Raid Brawl was a bit easier than the regular raids, which was good because, like I said, I was cup dropping a lot more than I would usually do, which is awesome. So yeah, we're going to have another chest to work towards. Even if the rewards aren't that great, I'm still amped about the Raid Brawl. I really like it. And then coming up in just a few days time, well, it's actually about 2 weeks from now, we're going to have the Black Friday / Cyber Monday summon. So the Circle of Doom will be opening up again. And this year it's going to be a little bit different. So we will have 2 brand new heroes featured in the portal, which is what they normally do. They're called something like Wealthiao and Hrothgar from the Beowulf family. We will definitely have a closer look at those 2 heroes as we get closer to the portal. But the big thing about the Black Friday summon this year is that it's going to be a little bit different. Now, they will have no classic heroes, which we have seen before, so that is nothing new. We will have only heroes and costumes that have been released in the past 2 years. So that is meaning that any hero released before November 2022 will not be in the portal. So that means that you are going to be getting newer heroes, and you're going to be able to benefit from that 3.8% legendary hero odds in total, which it has in that portal. That's excluding the hero of the month. So there should be some pretty decent heroes in that portal. I myself will definitely be dropping at least a 10 pull, maybe more depending on how many gems we can get. But you better hold on to your gems because they are going to be needed, especially for the other update that is coming as well. So that should be really good. I'm looking forward to it. And then it says pulling an eligible costume will also grant the base hero. I like that they've put that in, not because it wasn't something that I didn't already know about, but a lot of people always ask about that. So it's good that they're putting it to the forefront, making sure it should be in bold up above the costume. You'll pull the costume, you'll pull the hero as well. But there is going to be a distinction about that because of the other event that we've got coming in. But yeah, Black Friday summon is going to be dope, but do not spend all of your gems in the Black Friday summon, and I'll tell you why in just a sec. So we're also going to be having the Treasure Quest, which is a new set of extra challenging rotating quests that feature some of the most valuable loot in the game. Now, normally I take this kind of thing with a pinch of salt, but I've actually seen it with my own eyes. And I saw the one for the legendary troop coins. And in that event, for completing the 5 stages, granted, I believe that they are quite hard and you do have to have heroes of specific families, which makes things a bit more challenging. But for completing the event, it would give you 4 legendary troop pulls, which I think is a decent amount. I mean, legendary troop coins are pretty difficult to come by. They'll also have a rare ascension materials quest and alpha ethers. So that is definitely something to look forward to. The Path of Dragons. So we have to talk about dragons. Why we have to talk about dragons, I don't know. But the Dragon Spire will be getting its own version of the Paths of Adventure. So it'll be a total of 30 tiers of rewards, which you complete. You've got daily challenges and fixed challenges. It's nothing that you're not familiar with already, but that is going to be in the Dragon Spire. I must say, I'm still looking for a freaking elephant statue from my farming. It's taking forever to get them. Anyways, yeah, that's what's happening in the Dragon Spire. And then we have another big update, which is the Untold Tales 2. And it's going to be a new collection of Untold Tales in a previously undiscovered Season 3 realm with a new version of runic rocks. So this is something that I had a problem with the Untold Tales initially, is that it was just a list of stages and there was a little bit of storyline, but there was no map to play through. Now, I like to have a little bit of a map, a little bit of, a bit more beefy story. I don't think that it takes too much out of them to actually put that extra effort in. So what I'm hoping to see with this is that this is going to be a brand new area within Season 3 and not just a list of different stages, you know. It will probably give me a reason to complete the Untold Tales, which I still haven't finished yet. But yeah, I'm really, really interested to see how they do that. As far as it looks like, it's going to be a new realm. So the realm is going to be called Nidavellir. And there will be a new passive in there where we get empowered resistance against burn. It's going to be chapter 1 is going to be released with 28 stages, and you'll have those runic rocks. These runic rocks, though, become more powerful after a few turns, so that should be a nice thing where you can use those rocks. It does make auto farming the stages really difficult, but then because they are new stages, I don't mind if they're a little bit more difficult and take a little bit longer. Alongside all of this, we're going to see new heroes released into the portal. We're going to have a total of 5 new 5-star heroes, a 4-star hero, which I hope that they do start beefing out the epics, especially in that portal, and Helgi. It's a good chance for them to beef out the epics, and then Helgi's going to be the 3-star. So they've got some interesting sounding names. I'm sure that we will go through every single one of these heroes as they're released into the portal, and obviously take a closer look at them. I don't know if it says the date for that. Yeah, so December the 3rd. So that's also not too far away. And that's going to be released, obviously, alongside the Christmas portal that's coming up in the Christmas event as well. So you'll have plenty to do to keep you away from your family over the course of the Christmas period, it looks like. Next thing, and this is massive, just absolutely massive. I could hardly believe this myself when I heard about it and put the video out on it recently, but they are doing it. It is coming to Empires and Puzzles. The Visiting Outfitter will be arriving on December the 7th until December the 10th. I would look at this as in the same vein as you do a Soul Exchange event. This is going to be a massive event for a lot of people. It's a recurring event that will allow players to get certain costumes for their heroes in exchange for gems. And it doesn't say exactly how many gems. In beta, it was featured for 300 gems. I really hope that they keep the price as similar to that as possible and don't just go through the roof. But if I was you, I would try and hold on to at least maybe 500 to 1,000 gems. Don't quote me on this. I hope that they bring it in at 300. But if you don't, you know, if you can avoid the temptation to dump all of your gems on Black Friday summon and keep a few over for this portal or for this event, I'm going to say it's for a lot of people, it's going to be a lot more worth it. Because what you need to know is the outfitter you'll be able to buy a costume for any hero that is older than 18 months old before the start of the event. So again, we are only going back a year and a half. Any hero whose costume was released before that is sitting in your roster, whether it's Guardian Gazelle, whether it's Hell, whether it's my man Lord Loki, those costumes should be buyable for gems in this event. So you don't have to summon, you don't have any randomness. You can finally get that costume that you've wanted for probably years, especially for me if we're talking about Lord Loki. So this is going to be a big event, but definitely hold back some of your gems for that. And that is coming on the 7th of December. I can hardly believe it. I'm super excited. So more Dragon Spire additions, Dragon Raids to expand to Silver Arena. Pardon me. Not of huge interest to me at the moment because I'm not really competing in the Dragon Raids, but, you know, good for the people that are. Fledgling dragons, thank goodness they are going to appear as rewards now from Dragon Adventure stages. Give us more common feathers as well as another thing. They can be used to gain experience for any dragon and can't be trained via the hatchery. So you have another way to train your dragons up. And then we have a dragon delivery, which contains rewards for the stronghold. So the rewards are based on your Dragon Raid Arena and progress in the Dragon Adventure. So for completing stages and for the Dragon Raid Arena, you're going to now get a delivery to your stronghold. It doesn't say it's going to cost anything. It's just a counter that appears for sending the delivery after you claim one idle adventure chest or idle raid chest. So as long as you're doing your regular raiding and stuff, then you are going to get a chest. Both, it says, count towards the requirement for sending dragon deliveries. Okay, let's hope it's decent. I mean, you know, more rewards, more fun, I guess. Wanted mission chest. Now, this is a weird one. So in version 72, it says the gem cost to skip the chest cooldown timer will not decrease over time. So for those people who like to skip raids chests, that's a big problem. But it says this is in preparation for additional changes to wanted mission rewards and cooldown timers, which will be enabled after version 72 has been forced. So we will see what those changes are. It says they'll be announced separately. I hope that they're worth the little bit of disjointedness of making people not be able to raid. And also on that front, they did have to push back Atlantis Rises quite a bit. So I know a few people are upset about that. But to be fair, I'm of the opinion that the changes and the positive changes definitely outweigh the negatives so far. Improvements and fixes. I don't want to go over all of these in detail, but there are a couple that really stand out for me and stood out for me as I was reading through earlier. So they've added notifications to Dragon Spire button, improved full mana animations on Dragon Assist. That's nice. Heroes with Moonrise Strike will now never miss their targets. I wasn't even aware that that was a thing for the heroes with the Moonrise Strike, that they were supposed to never miss their targets, but it seems that they now never miss as well. So that could be quite a big thing, because you know how the Astral Elves now never miss. You've got heroes like Sludges who dodge left, right, and center, and you've got really powerful dodge heroes. They could now be a nice counter as well, the Owl family, with that addition. The next thing, it's just a description being replaced. The Dragon Spire path remaining visible 48 hours after final rewards. I think majority of us will have already completed that, so it's not a huge thing because it's not coming back. Resist blind passive description, not really interested in that. Enhanced defense and dodge status effects can no longer be reallocated. That sounds to me like something that is playing in the top of the meta. And made text adjustments to description of the Fox family. So where's these things that I really wanted? So fixed an issue, slime heroes. Right, that one about Hilda no longer casting a special skill after being revived by the fighter class if she'd been silenced by Von Rothbart. That is something that I feel like has been raised by a few of the sort of top 10 alliances. I don't think that's something we're going to run into too often. But this issue here, this was the one second from the bottom, fixed an issue where the Toon Costumes passive had a higher chance to resist ballad effects than intended. There's your proof. People had been saying that the ballad effects, the dance effects casted on a team, even spreading ones and things like that, They just never ever cast it on toons, and they tried, you know, tens, and I've seen on the forum somebody was posting, I think they tried like 100 times and it never transferred once to the toon hero. So I'm hoping that they will, maybe if they would exclude that as part of their ailment resistance, I think that could be a good way around the toons, because the toons currently have very, very few counters. So that, it says they fixed an issue, but I feel like they should completely, you know, dance effects should be a completely different ailment altogether for the toons. So it's something that we can use to counter them. Anyways, that is pretty much everything for this update. It is a fantastic amount of cool stuff that is coming into the game in every respect. And as I said before with the previous update, there's nothing in here that is like, this is, you know, geared towards making you spend more money and getting sort of less for your money, or the people who are not spending money are going to be losing out. This update, or these updates, especially the outfitter, these are good for people who don't spend a lot of money. So I'm liking what they're doing. I'm liking the direction that they're going in. I'm liking the advertising and the push towards quality of life improvements. And I really, really sincerely hope that this can continue. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of these new changes that we're going to be seeing for version 72. As I always say, please do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel. Just want to give a massive shout out to all of my members on my channel. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for helping me make this possible and to continue to make these videos. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your mother, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.